Okay, great. Let me turn it over to, well, let me share the screen. Hold on one second. This is our agenda for the day. We have a pretty tight agenda, a lot going on, but we have very graciously Nicole Tranchitella from Accenture has agreed to open us up today. And I want to turn it over to her. Accenture is a brand new advisory board member, founding member both, and has been a great collaborator with me personally over the past several months. And even in the role at city government, they were very present and collaborative in this work throughout 2019. So Nicole, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. And I just want to congratulate you and the rest of your team for an amazing accomplishment to launch the Future Works Alliance. Given everything that's going on in the world today, certainly in the Philadelphia region, we need this more than ever. But the fact that you were able to pull this off with just about every hurdle thrown at you that I could imagine is a massive achievement. So I hope you find 5 minutes today to recognize your own achievements, because it's an amazing one. I'm thrilled to be here today. And thank you, Anne, for letting us kick this off. So by way of introduction, my name is Nicole Tranchitella. I am a senior managing director within Accenture, and I have the privilege of being responsible for all the work that we do within the Philadelphia Metro and the 2,100 Accenture people that call Philadelphia Metro home. For those of you that I do know, you know that this topic is hugely important to me. I grew up in this area, and I have a huge sense of pride and responsibility to give back to our communities. And so I'm thrilled that Future Works Alliance is a way in which we can do this. And we look at it from an Accenture point of view as a way in which we can leverage our capabilities and what we do best around leveraging technology and standardizing and providing processes to help make a difference. And being part of Future Works Alliance is a perfect alignment to our way in which to give back to the communities with which we work and live. And so, as Anne mentioned, we're a founding board member. I'm hoping that there's going to be lots of other people that are going to join this party, both in the public and private sector, to make a difference in our community. I'm a big believer that 1 + 1 is absolutely greater than 2 when we get organizations together and aligned. And I know many of you share that with me. I think the other thing that I'm really excited about is the energy and enthusiasm around what we can do to make a difference for our folks, whether you're aligned within the Future Works Alliance, whether your efforts that we're doing around our apprenticeship program that we're trying to bring to our to the Philadelphia region in partnership with Aon, similar to what we've done at other locations, as well as the recharge and recovery efforts that I know many of you are aware of and involved in within the Chamber and the CEO Council for Growth. So for me, this is just a way to bring this all together. And congratulations again for an amazing accomplishment. I am thrilled to be and honored to be a part of this program with you. And my only ask of you is don't be quiet or shy, and let us know how we, and I'm going to say the collective we, so all of you, I've lost track of people. So all 40 of you, all 39 of you that are joining me, we are all here to help you be successful. So that's all I had, Anne. I just wanted to thank you very much for being who you are, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Nicole. That was really kind. Great. It was definitely a truly collaborative effort, but I really appreciate the offer to bug you incessantly over the next year. And really, in my mind, this is one of many milestones. This is going to be a multi-year effort, and I look forward to a long strategic partnership with Accenture. So thanks again for being here, and totally understand if your schedule is going to pull you somewhere else. You're a very busy woman. Okay, wow, more folks are coming on. Welcome, everyone. I want to get to real quick a screenshot of the agenda so that everyone kind of has a sense of where we're going today. That was Nicole's welcome, in case you missed it. It was very gracious and wonderful. Next up, we're gonna introduce the advisory board, or let them introduce themselves. And I thought the best way to do that was to show the website. So let me share that tab. And here's our advisory board. It's a carousel, so it's gonna spin around. Can you, let's see. Okay, first up, if everyone could see the screen, is Accenture's representative to the board, who couldn't be with us tonight due to travel, he's still business traveling, unlike many of us, Rob Campanilla. Next up is, I believe, a young lady on the call. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley Putnam. I direct the Economic Growth and Mobility Project at the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia. We're really thrilled to be a founding member of this alliance. As you know, we spent quite a bit of time researching the future of work and are deeply concerned about what that means for our economy, as well as equity and what it looks like in recovery. So we're really happy to have been part of this collaborative and the energy that came together over the past couple of years. And congratulations, Anne. This is a huge accomplishment, and we're really proud to be one of the founding members.
Thanks, Ashley. When you go to the website on your phone or on your browser, you can see everyone's full LinkedIn profile by clicking on those links. This is Becca Johnson. She's the representative from Tech Impact, who is our fiscal sponsor. They too are traveling and couldn't be on the webinar today, but Becca leads development and workforce programming for Tech Impact, which is working in multiple cities, helping people get ready for technology jobs. Is Chad Womack on the call? Okay, he didn't make it yet. We'll hear him ding in later. This is Dwayne Gordon. Are you on the call? Okay. Malik Brown.
Hi,
Hi, Malik.
Hey, good afternoon, and congratulations. I echo everyone's comments. Congratulations to you and the team for pulling this together so quickly. I'm Malik Brown from Graduate Philadelphia, and we are delighted and proud to be a founding member as well as advisory board member.
Thanks, Malik. Mike O'Brien.
Hi, everyone. Mike O'Brien here, Director of Learning at the Village of Arts and Humanities. Really excited to be a part of this team. Congrats, Anne, for all of your hard work. The Village really quickly has a lot of programs for young folks, particularly 14 to 26-year-olds. We provide pre-employment and paid fellowship programs for that age group. So young folks are learning about careers in media, tech, and design, and being matched with creative agency-based opportunities with real clients locally and nationally. And we're really excited to bring our work to the table and to learn from everybody else.
Thanks, Mike. Naomi Hausman is also a co-lead of computer science for Philly. She may be on the call or may not be on the call. I'll give her a minute to come off of mute. All right. Robert Piegler, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
Hi.
Mike O'Brien and I work building a design strategy firm called Human Nature, and we're focused on economic and human development, and are very excited that this ecosystem around future of work that's been building itself for years has found a home, a node, something to hook onto, something to organize us. So happy to be aboard.
Welcome. Thanks, Robert. Miss Sheila Ireland.
Hi, Anne. I'm Sheila Ireland. I serve as the Deputy Secretary of Workforce Development for the Department of Labor and Industry for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Anne and I have been co-conspirators for a very long time. Congratulations, Anne, on launching this. And I just think it's critical to the work that we're doing, especially within workforce development. So we're here to support you.
Thanks, Sheila, for all your support. Miss Tracy. Trace.
I'm on mute.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Tracy Wilson-Rossman, Chief Marketing Officer for Chariot Solutions, a software consulting firm outside of Philadelphia, and also the founder of Tech Girls. Workforce issues have not just come up because of COVID. They have been in the atmosphere for at least the last 15 years. It's time, and I'm so happy that Anne has taken the bull by the horns and is getting us together to really combine our efforts and have each other meet one another so that we are not duplicating efforts. And this is just a great thing for the entire region for us to be planning and understanding what the goals are and how to get to those goals.
Thanks, Tracy. Harjeet Singh. I know you're here, Harjeet. Don't be shy.
Oh, you can't hear me? It was on mute. So
There you are.
I'm a technologist who works on scaling businesses in early education, because that is the foundation for every other growth and future of work, both in United States and African subcontinent.
Thanks, Harjeet. And Sean Connolly.
Hi, I'm Sean Conley. I'm a technology area consultant, basically for young software tech companies. Basically an expert in open source community development. And I'm keenly interested in making sure, I also know sort of the automation and artificial intelligence in that world pretty well. I'm really interested in making sure that we're able to sort of grow our efforts, create a playbook that is super appropriate for the greater Philadelphia area. Born and raised in this area, I want to make sure that I sort of give back based off of my knowledge and sort of ability to collaborate as part of community. So I look forward to working with everybody on the call, and hopefully we're able to expand the tent even further.
Thanks, Sean. We're grateful to have you and your expertise. There were some extra bells after we started the advisory board introduction. So if Chad or Dwayne joined the call, or Naomi, you can chime in now. I don't want to hit the participant button because then it'll share with everybody exactly who's present. If you're on mute.
Hi, Anne. Thanks. This is Chad.
Great.
I'm sorry, what was the prompt?
So just introducing yourself, your name and title,
Sure.
saying hello to everyone on the participants. This is the first time we're unveiling the advisory board. So
Sure, it's a pleasure to meet everybody. My name is Chad Womack. I'm a co-founder of CS for Philly with my wife, Naomi Hausman, and we're working to make sure that every child and youth has opportunity for connecting with computer science education and prep for the tech workforce.
Thanks, Chad. Dwayne or Naomi, are you on the call? Okay, moving along to our agenda. Now is the time to take a look at the website and fill out. We're going to do our first poll of the evening. So I wanted to show the website. You can also check it out on your phone at futureworksphl.com. It's got a great mobile capacity. And I wanted to just take a few minutes here to share a poll while you're looking at the website. If you could just take 3 minutes to give us some feedback about the website. Key Medium worked diligently with our advisory board and other people that participated in some design to take a look at different ways to present pretty wide-ranging information. So we feel like we have it in a really good place, but we want to hear from you. So when you have a chance, fill out the poll question while you're looking at the website. feel like I should have background music. It's like Jeopardy music, tribute to Alex Trebek in the background.
I'll do my Sean Connery imitation on that one.
Well, thanks for the laugh.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
I imagined everyone was laughing, but everyone was on mute. So the joke didn't feel so bad. I'm going to put the link in the chat for some of the folks that joined. We are examining the website and providing feedback. Let's see. Okay, that's been 2 minutes and it seems like the respondents have slowed down. So now you've all seen the website on your phone and you can check it out on your desktop as well, or either or. It's pretty great both ways. Let me return to the agenda. We're going to go through some plans for, thanks for your feedback, by the way. It was pretty positive and I appreciate everyone's honesty, and I appreciate Key Medium's hard work and everyone who participated in the design. And all the revisions and feedback, really super helpful, true collaborative effort on that. So I really appreciate everyone on that and the feedback. I'm gonna share the screen again and just go back to the PowerPoint for a second. So we're moving along pretty well, and I do want to leave time for a 15-minute breakout room because there's a lot of old friends and new friends on the on this meeting. So I want to give everyone some time a little bit later in the agenda. But real fast, I wanted to talk a little bit about why we're here for the newcomers. Not everyone is, you know, not everyone has been looped in all along. So just gonna couple quick slides to level set and remind everyone why we're here. So the Future Works Alliance Philadelphia exists big picture because technology is changing how we live and work. The pandemic has accelerated this naturally, and it's happening faster and will continue to accelerate faster than most institutions can keep pace. And my theory, unproven, but my theory is that this is driving down trust and really affecting social cohesion and our civic dialogue generally. So institutions keeping pace with technology is important, I think, for preserving our democracy. Government itself is disrupted by shorter news cycles due to the digitalization of journalism. And this is fueling short-term thinking, unfortunately. Not every government is beholden to short-term thinking, but unfortunately, many are. And it's exactly when we need a little bit more midterm and long-term scenario planning to really protect people's quality of life and ensure that Philadelphia region is well positioned for our global share of innovation jobs and job growth that will inevitably happen from new technologies like it always has. It's just going to happen faster with a little bit more churn. And we know this through the data. Meg Shopkapel is on the call with Philadelphia Works. The Federal Reserve is here. They have constant tracking data and great research that I hope to bring to the table, along with our other partners that produce research. I think that we need to really keep an eye closely on the trend lines, but there's some long-term trend lines and some immediate data that I just wanted to remind everyone, you know, the scale of the problem that we're facing. And remind also that each of these data points and all of these numbers that we see here are actually people. So the costs are very steep it's racially disparate. So, you know, when we do nothing, these trend lines will continue the way that they are. Of course, the pandemic and social distancing, we have over 700,000 people that have applied for unemployment benefits. a historically high number out of the labor market right now. We're going into another lockdown that will close businesses for good. So that means there's good research that indicates, or it's daunting research that indicates 4 out of 10 jobs may never be back because businesses can just not weather this storm that the pandemic's imposing. Business travel, there's long-term implications, and we don't even know the full effect yet. But we do know the past, and this chart on the left is trend lines that really indicate machines, right, and globalization. So those two forces are keeping certain types of jobs on flat lines. So the non-cognitive, the non-routine cognitive jobs or the creative economy is generally your college-educated folks. They don't do the same things every day. We don't do the same things every day. And that growth is trending up. And there'll be talent wars for those types of positions. But in the middle are jobs that machines and software and cheaper labor in other countries have been able to do. And then on the bottom is your service economy, the non-routine manual jobs that increasingly there's projections that artificial intelligence will be digging into those jobs, but they're also tend to be very high touch personal care jobs, which may very well be affected negatively after the pandemic. Think about dry cleaning, think about the list, dog walking, right? Dog walking and dry cleaning come to mind. Both of those things are like growing new jobs. And with people working from home more, there's less demand for both of those things, for example. And on the right are a list of jobs in our MSA that are at high risk of being automated. These were pre-pandemic numbers. We don't know what the fallout is going to be in retail, cashiers, or administrative assistants. The list goes on, but the projections aren't good. So the problem is more urgent, and the timeline to plan for them and get our systems aligned and running at really high speed and high efficiency, the timeline to do that is shorter. So the FutureWorks Alliance, the tagline that my advisory board helped come up with, the future is here. The pandemic has brought everything closer from the horizon, and it is time to get to work. I mean, I love a good panel. I love a good networking event, the social butterfly for sure, but there's also so much work to be done, and government is overwhelmed with crises and pandemic for the foreseeable future. I don't believe that we're at the bottom of this recession, and so we can't wait until government recovers the capacity to coordinate some of this. And I think that there's enough will and sense of urgency to build a shared space where people are willing to come roll up their sleeves and get started. So in 2021, there's a lot to do, but in 2021, I'm confident that we can secure sufficient budget to spin up 4 working groups that may become coalitions, that may become strategic plans, that may get funded, right? So I never imagined that the FutureWorks Alliance will run programs directly. That's not the goal. And I don't want to compete with other nonprofits that are doing memberships and events. What I want to do is share a space to equitably design solutions, pilot, vet them across a number of sectors, corporate, public, academia, really get a lot of different brains and perspectives into the room to take a look at ideas that percolate up from the working groups. So across 4 future-proofing pillars, categories that help organize the work to make our region more resilient, I think the most urgent one, the 2 most urgent ones are talent and innovation. I agree, and the energy coming up from founding members and the energy coming up from the conversations that I've had over the past 6 months are basically forming these working groups. This is not a top-down organization. It is very much the energy that's coming up from leaders like Alex Hillman and Paul Levy and Mike O'Brien and Tracy Wilson. The list goes on, community college. So on the left, Accenture is very willing to get started on a communication strategy that coordinates the resources for career change. Our workforce development system is really designed for someone who's unemployed, who needs a job right away, and that, public dollars do a pretty good job of that, but there's not a good coordinated communication system about what are the jobs of the future. I want to support the build of a regional tech talent system. Amazing news from corporate partners. They found a lot of money and partnered with Coded by Kids, and dedicating I think it's over $1 million to creating a tech talent system. That's a lot of money for philanthropy and for a nonprofit, but it's actually nowhere near the amount of money that will be needed long term to move all of our untapped potential into technology jobs of the future. On the innovation space, we really need to foster the creative. There's destruction and creation going on right now. Businesses are going out of business, but that doesn't mean entrepreneurs crawl home and sit on their couch. Entrepreneurs will find new things to do. They will pivot. And when they're ready to do that, I think that there's enough will and enough organizations across the city that want to support entrepreneurs that will come to the table to build, a single resource and really, communicate to new entrepreneurs what types of resources are out there for them. So again, not doing direct support of entrepreneurs, but coordinating the space and making it easier for people to start businesses, particular people of color and women. And then the creative economy, I think we have a moment, and others in this group agree, that we can have a work from Philly. Philadelphia has so many assets. I've been to many cities that had a lot of hype, and I'm like, really, there's a lot Philadelphia has better than Nashville. I went to Nashville. I was so excited about Nashville. You have to drive everywhere in Nashville. There's no pedestrian thing going on, and it's really hot, right? So I think Philly undersells itself, and I want to find out if there's a working group that can produce a plan and get it funded to launch a campaign. This is Work from Philly. Take advantage of our position between high real estate in New York and DC. There's something going on there, and there's a group that's willing to explore that. So with that said, threw a lot out there, and there's the website as well. I wanted to make breakout groups where you guys can find the best questions, the best, discussion, and bring it back to the whole group. So I wanted to take 15 minutes to break everyone out into breakout groups where you can talk to each other because they're so fun. And I'll set a timer and then give you a 2-minute warning and you can come on back. So I have 36 folks and I'm going to make 6 groups, 5 groups, 4 groups. Okay, get ready for the flu powder. We're going to go to our rooms. Have fun. Talk to each other.